Hey. Oh, what is this you say? No, but today is my 2-year book anniversary. 7/7/2020 was when I published my third poetry book titled Makings of a Woman. I'm trying to talk low because my kid is asleep, but I want to emphasize how much this book means to me. It was very intentional. It took me 4 years to write. And if you're new here, I'm a big person on like numbers and stuff like that. I'm still learning a lot, but knowing the significance of numbers and numerology. But it took me 4 years to produce this book, and in the same month, July, that my son was born 2 years ago, it was birth. So in July 2020, I said I'm giving birth to 2 babies this month. So, and then on top of that, my son's nickname is 4 because his life path number is 4. So this book means a lot to me. I wrote it in the midst of so many lessons. Some that were still in progress, some that I've learned, some that I've had to relearn. Okay. But despite everything, I'm glad that this is what came out of it. This is what was produced out of, my hurt and my pain and my ability, given from God, honestly, to put that into words and to make people feel based off my experiences and to let people know that they're not alone. So if y'all haven't bought it yet, it's on my website. It's on Amazon and my website. I had a few signed copies for a long time. I think it's still some there. If not, I can definitely sign it for you and send it to you. I don't mind that. I always love that. But yeah, I'm just really excited. Today's a great day. It's been a few bumps in the road these past couple months, but I'm really looking at the brighter side. I'm practicing on looking at the brighter side. But yeah, this is my baby, y'all. My other baby, because my other baby's sleeping. But here she is, still here. And I wanted to read a poem, and I lost the page. I wanted to read a poem, if I could find it, because it's a pretty lengthy book, I would say. All the people that have given me their honest reviews on it have said like they haven't finished it in one reading, which I don't mind. I really enjoy when people cut off. But I'm really grateful when people give me their honest feedback, and that's completely fine with me. I'm never a person that can get through a book in one day, so especially these days. Especially something that I feel like, somebody wrote from their heart. And, it's sometimes you have to stop and process and, all those things are okay. But this is about, I forget how many pages it is. I believe it's about 50 pages. 50 pages full of poems. And I really like this. Like, this is my favorite piece of work thus far. But I really like it because, number one, it was very intentional. I have different chapters where, I kind of break down the poems that I've written. So the first chapter, one of the chapters is loving, the other chapter is learning, and the other last chapter is living. And I just really love how I did that. I really love how I did that. One of my life quotes for a really long time was living, learning, and loving, and not putting one above the other. So kind of just putting all like the major things that I feel like you learn in life and you experience in life into one saying, and like not letting loving be more important than you learning, or you living being more important than you loving. So they're all in the same accord, and it's just important to like categorize life like that, but also see like how it all comes together. So I found the poem. This is called Sun and Moon. And I wrote this, honestly, I wrote this when I first met my son's father. And I was kind of like in this phase of like, I want to be single, but I want to like still actually be with somebody, but I want to get to know them. And like, even then I thought that I was like taking my time and like learning somebody, in which I did, but there were a lot of red flags that I missed, and that's okay because we learn from them. But this was in like my honeymoon lovey-dovey phase of meeting him and like thinking that he was just the one and stuff like that. But I want to read this now because I'm back at that space where I feel like I want love again and I deserve to be in love again, but in a healthy way, fully healthy. So I want to read this to remind myself of that, and to anybody out there who feels the same way. I mean, I feel like the way that the world is today, like, it's hard to not want to be with somebody. It's hard to not want companionship, and in a very secure way. Some people, you know, for whatever their own reasons, don't want to necessarily do it in a secure way, or they might not know how to. But when you've been through a good amount of heartbreak and lessons, then you kind of just pick up on the good things and leave the others behind. So that's that, you know. But yes, this is Sun and Moon. And forgive me because I have a little cold. My kid was sick last week, but I hope that love finds you again, and this time not confused or confined to conditions that don't complement you or all of your complexities or catastrophes or calamities. I hope love finds you charismatically, unexpectedly. I hope it fills your soul and lights your world on fire. I hope love gives you all the reason to not play it safe anymore, that you find every reason to dive in head first, while that same love swallows every fear that you carry. I hope that love loves you back from the storms and into your body again. I hope that love frees you from the silences of vulnerability, and I hope that love finds you and wraps you in all of its gold and all of its safety. I hope it so much so that it leaves you dripping in honey and whatever else keeps your underlying sweet to the taste. And God, I hope that you don't find a reason for love to fix you, but to restore you. That love only gives you memories of yesterday's soft, subtle, gentle rise. So I love this poem because I feel like it just speaks to the heart. It speaks to like the hopeful part, not a hopeless romantic, but the hopeful romantic, the hopeful romance of finding love one day, or letting it find you, you know, however way the universe sees fit. But I hope you liked it. I don't really read. I don't really read my poems too often. I've never really been like that, even to myself, but I want to kind of do something different these days. But let me know if you like it, if you want more readings. The next poetry book, it's being lived right now, so just wait on it. But all right, let me know what y'all think. Peace.